Imagine spending hours grinding away towards your goals, believing that time is your most precious resource, only to feel like you're not going anywhere. What if I told you that the most valuable resource you have isn't your time? And the comparison isn't even close. But once you learn about the most precious resource that you actually have, and you learn how to harness it to its maximum potential, even just a few concentrated hours can transform your efforts into extraordinary results. Listen, you probably start your weeks with the best of intentions, ready to tackle your to-do lists, but somehow, one way or another, the distractions keep breaking through. The endless notifications, constant interruptions, the nagging thoughts. You end up spending hours, but you barely scratch the surface of what you're capable of. And once in a while, you will hit that flow zone where everything clicks and you accomplish more in the span of 20 minutes than you have done in the entire week. What if I told you that isn't a rare occurrence and that you can tap into that flow state purposefully? What if you could channel that laser focus into a singular task? Imagine the kind of success that you could achieve if every time that you sat down, distractions vanished. Picture yourself effortlessly producing high quality work again and again and again. With your mind laser focused on your goals, how much more could you achieve? The possibilities are limitless. The breakthroughs that you dream of could become a reality. Over the course of this short video, I'm going to share with you the golden trio of mastery that will not only remove all distractions from your workplace, but will increase your level of focus to levels you never thought were capable. This isn't just about working harder or working smarter, but working with precision and intention. By mastering this process, you can finally achieve the life and the goals that you are dreaming of. To truly understand the rest of this video, I'm going to share with you a really simple analogy. Imagine that you were a video game character, and every day that you woke up, you had 100 attention points that you could spend throughout the day. Once you run out of these 100 attention points, the level of focus and attention that you can give to a singular task drops dramatically, meaning that you could spend all 100 of your attention points working on your goals, channeling 100% of your efforts into producing the highest quality of work, or you could spend 100 attention points watching YouTube videos and Instagram Reels so that when the time comes for you to try and do your work, it feels like you just simply can't focus. And you don't even have to spend these attention points consciously for them to be ripped away from you without your knowledge. Meaning when you sit down to get your work done at the end of the day, your brain simply cannot focus and you have no idea why. Something I notice a lot of people doing is unintentionally sabotaging their own success. And we can explain this by drawing a simple graph. If you were to label the x-axis the amount of tasks that you tried to complete, and the y-axis being the quality or the potential quality of work that you could create, we would quickly see a bell curve appear. And the reasoning behind this is actually really simple, because when you set a specific time to finish a task by, you are doing two things. You are either making the task be drawn out for longer than it needs, so turning a 10-minute task into a 60-minute task, or you are trying to turn a 60-minute task into a 10-minute task, not allowing you to fully work out your ideas. And the inverse is spending too long on a project, not maximizing your total output, which is why somewhere in the middle between 3 to 5 tasks without setting a time limit, that is when you will maximize your output of work. So we hopefully now understand the importance of carefully managing the amount of tasks and the amount of time that we spend each day. Because now we're going to be working out what tasks actually need to get done. And the tool that I'm going to be sharing with you is a tool that was shown to me by two multi-millionaires. with a total disclosed net worth of over $100 million. So trust me when I say that this tool, coupled with the next tool I will share with you, will drastically increase your success. The beauty of this tool is its simplicity, but geniusness, because it only asks you 4 simple questions, but these are questions that almost no one would ever think to ask. This tool will then rank your task based off of those 4 questions, providing you with a score. The higher the score, the more important and the more priority you should give to that task. So for example, 2 tasks that I could be working on right now are creating these YouTube videos or working on some sort of course or mentorship program. By assessing each of these tasks on the 4 criteria, we can very clearly see how much priority I should give to each task. Those 4 key questions to ask are the reach. How many customers will this project reach over a single quarter? Impact. How much will this project impact the conversion rate when a customer encounters it? Confidence. How confident are we in the optimistic estimates for these scores for reach, impact, and effort? And then effort being the total number of person months that will be required to complete each task. So for example, if it takes 1 person 3 months, that's a score of 3. If it would take 2 people 3 months, that's a score of 6. This tool will then go ahead and give you a score based off of those 4 key questions. The higher the score, the higher priority you should give to that task. This tool has been linked in the description. Just look for the RICE tool. RICE standing for Reach, Impact, Confidence, and Effort. Now that we have worked out all of the tasks that we are going to be completing, we now need to work on prioritizing all of these tasks in accordance with the entire year. And so this is where the second tool comes into play. Now, this tool was also shown to me by the same 2 entrepreneurs as the last tool. This tool is called the War Map, because essentially you are at war as a commanding general, commanding all of your resources in a war to attack the world to give you what you want. So this War Map is overviewing the entirety of the year, allowing you to very, very effectively plan out everything that you need to get done. This tool is a very simple Google spreadsheet that has a dashboard showing you every single month, and then extra pages or tabs showing you inside of each individual month. Within the dashboard, you can color code the days of each month or entire months, depending on what task you need to focus on for that month or day. This is where you'll plot out all the big things that need to get set in stone for things like holidays. Maybe if you've got meetings that you know are set in stone, and then you get to fill around those using the prioritization of the RICE tool by color coding each month, week, or day relative to the task across the key on the right side. And then once you go into the month that you have now colored off, inside of that month, you can customize each individual day to have, say, 5 or 6 tasks that you want to complete each day. For example, creating these YouTube videos, you could do something like Mondays where you plan, Tuesdays where you script, film, edit, post, something simple like that. You could then have this to loop every single week, because that is the main thing that you are focusing on for that week or potentially whole month. In the case of me creating these videos and the course, maybe say 2 months after we've started making these YouTube videos, we can shift our focus onto the course while the videos are still getting made. We can now make the course the highest priority for that time by moving the tasks above the YouTube video tasks and correctly color coordinating those months. And again, the link to this tool is in the description. Just look for the link that says War Map. So now that we understand what work we're going to be focusing on, we now need to remove all distractions from your workplace. And the first document that we will be going through is my high focus environment checklist. What this simple document will accomplish for you may be the biggest leap in your entrepreneurial journey because of just how perfectly curated this document is. Because we go through every single aspect of your environment from your lighting to your chairs to your equipment and your smells, to nitpick and audit everything to guarantee a high focus environment, meaning that you can spend more time inside of the flow zone. Not only that, we will be transforming your office space or workspace into the most comfortable room in the house. Because if it's the most comfortable room in the house, that's the room you're going to want to spend time in. And if it's a high focus environment, you're effortlessly going to be creating high levels of work, as opposed to someone who has a dungeon for an office who never wants to go inside. So they never do and they never get work done. So again, go through the description and find the high focused environment checklist and simply read through it, follow it along, and try to match your environment to that checklist as best as you can. The second part to removing all distractions from your workplace is by performing a sensory audit. Now, this is a big fancy way of saying that we're going to be looking through your 5 different senses and working out what could distract you from each sense to fully eliminate any last distractions. And again, find the link that has the sensory audit and follow those checklists as best as you can. It's really simple. By conducting such a detailed examination of every single sense, we can essentially create a distraction dead zone, meaning that once you enter your office, it's almost impossible to get distracted. But there is always the chance of you distracting yourself through your mind and your thoughts. So this next step, we're going to be enhancing your level of focus to a monk-like status. Listen, most YouTubers probably would have stopped the video here. They would have taught you how to prioritize your work and create a high focus environment, and they would have called it a day. But I'm trying to help you one step further. We're going to turn you into a high focusing machine. Think of it like this. If you were in, say, the Amazon jungle, we have now figured out which pathway you're going to take to get out of that jungle through prioritizing your work. We have then gone ahead and cut down all of the vines or distractions that are blocking the path. But now we need to make sure that you can sprint down that path without distracting yourself. So let's not waste any more of your time. This first technique is called the Pomodoro technique, named after the Italian word for tomato. Essentially what this does is breaks tasks down into very small, manageable sets of time that you can spend working. So instead of spending the entire day just making a YouTube video, you can break the tasks down into things like scripting, planning, filming, and editing. And then each task, all you need to do is simply set a 5-minute timer. This will allow you to spend, say, 5 minutes planning and thinking about what you're going to get done first. You then set a timer for about 25 minutes. This will allow you to work on that task for about 25 minutes. Then set another 5-minute timer where you get to review your past work and think about what work you need to get done next. Then set another 25-minute so timer and continue to work. Now, obviously don't feel like you have to fill out the entire 25-minute long timer, because if you set a 25-minute long timer and the task only takes about 5 minutes, then don't feel bad about stopping after 5 minutes to take a little break to assess your work and plan out what's next. And conversely, if you spend 25 minutes and you still need to spend, say, 10 minutes longer because you're in that train of thought, do that. Don't stop for the timer. The timer is just a guide to help you break down tasks into a manageable process. And the final tool that you should use to enhance your level of focus is actually to stop listening to music. Now, what I mean by this is stop listening to lyric-based music and listen to something that has been scientifically curated, designed to enhance your level of focus. I'm not sponsored by this company or anything. I wish I could be, but check out the description again or Google brain.fm. Now, the simple reason for why Brain.fm is way more beneficial for your focus level as compared to something like lyric-based music, which you'll find on Spotify, and the difference between listening to lyric-based music versus Brain FM is the lyric-based words are written by people who are trying to make you listen to their songs. They're not creating songs as background music. But listening to something like Brain FM or movie soundtracks, these are proven to increase your focus because they are not taking away from what you are doing. They are very simply adding on to what you're doing. Movie soundtracks, they don't take away from the movie, they add impact into the movie, they draw you into it. Same with Brain FM, it doesn't take you away from what you're doing, it draws you into it. So give Brain.fm a try, it's free for like 14 days and the membership is very cheap. And if you think that all of these 6 tools that I have just given you probably won't help you, then think about this. These are the 6 tools that I use every single day to increase the amount of work and increase the quality of work that I can produce pretty much every single day. So give all of these tools a try, actually give them a go, and you will see your life change very quickly, because I want you to know that I am genuinely rooting for you. I want you to succeed. I'm here to help and to make a real change because I've walked this path and I am walking this path. I know how difficult it is. So I want to help you as best as I can. And I also understand how important true, proper guidance can actually be for someone on their journey. And my time is limited. But if you want to get in touch with me and to have one-on-one calls with me every single week, then check out the link in the description. Not only that, you can join a small community of like-minded people that you can all message. Not only that, you'll be able to privately message me whenever you want, allowing me to answer your questions literally whenever. So check out the very first link in the description, and remember, you are not alone in this journey. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Peace out.